So, hello everybody, and welcome to a new week of streaming. Um, if you're new over here, I know that you're new looking at my subscribers count. Let me tell you what I'm doing here and what you can expect. We have a project for our university to build an application in Android and specifically in Kotlin. And it was the idea you choose it by yourself, and I decided to create an application using NASA API that will display the photos taken by the rovers on Mars that are currently on Mars. I think it's very interesting, and I would like myself to see every day new photos that rovers take there and how is life there. So yeah, these are poor educational, and they are not educational. I'm learning myself. I don't have any experience in Kotlin, so you can see that I'm Googling a lot of stuff. I'm very slow. This is the fourth episode, and so far we have little progress, not a lot, but we are going somewhere. In the beginning, I came up with these mockups. This will be the home page that will display a scrollable list of rovers, their launch date, landing date, and so on. And when you press view photos, you should be redirected to a page with a list of photos taken by that specific rover, sorted by date. And also we can see like which cameras, because we have like 8 or 9 cameras each rover. So what do we have so far? In the previous episodes, we developed the display of the home screen with the rovers. Here we can see they are in a scrollable list. Let me just check. Is the audio good? Are you checking? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is the list. I don't know why the images are not displayed. We'll check it later. It's always hard for me to manage the images in Android. What do I want to do in this episode? I will try to start working at the screen that will display the photos themselves. First of all, I'll create the fragment. Then I'll create the layout of each photo in particular that will display an image, the camera, and the date of the image. After that, we will use a RecyclerView to display this grid, and let's get started. So everything is where we left previous time. Let's close everything to start from scratch. Yeah, let's first of all create the fragment. Create fragment, a blank fragment. Rover photos. We don't need these methods. Let's start it as a clean fragment. The layout of a fragment is here. You just display a simple text, and let's go in the main activity layout and just change from the rover list fragment. Fragment from rover list. Let's display the rover photos, and let's just check if it's displayed correctly, the new fragment that we created. It's building. Changes were not applied. Adding classes require an upper start. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, we can see that the new fragment is displayed. What next? I don't have a lot of experience working with RecyclerView, but I found pretty detailed. Oh, whoa, whoa. Chill. 1 second. I found a pretty detailed article on Medium that shows how to get started with RecyclerView, and basically is doing the same that I'm trying to do. Yeah, so first of all, let's add the RecyclerView in the layout itself. We will not work with activity main now. We will work with this one. So instead of a text, we will search RecyclerView. First of all, let's download it, or they will. Don't say it lagged. Yeah, it requires new dependencies to be added, so we want to do that. Yeah, waiting for the Gradle to sync with the new dependencies of the RecyclerView. Yeah, it's there. Now we can add it here. We need to create right now a new layout file that will be used to display each image, each particular image, for each of this image with its text. So let's start creating it. New layout. It will be rover photo item. Linear. No, I think we can start from the constraint layout. Constraint layout, this one. Layout, yeah, let's. So for the constraint layout, we will have an image, image view. Let's choose a default image for now. Let's make it bigger to see better. And I will constrain its margin to the parent's margin, and we'll say for the layout width, let's say much let's add a static height, but later on we can work on to match dynamically the parent in order to look good. And we will have two text views. One goes here, will be constrained to the top of the image, and the left we can add some padding on the left and also a little bit of padding from the photo. The idea of it will be we want to display there the camera that this photo is taking from. Not sure if it's very valuable, but not in order not to display just photos, let's display it as well. Camera. And the fancy name for now. It will be dynamically changed from the code later on. And one more text view that will display the date. As well, let's add padding on top and padding to the right. And this will be the date on which this photo is taken. Let's add something like this. It's not perfect, but we have something to work with. After that, we can improve the design. Said every developer. So we created the layout. Let's see what we need to create next. Okay, first of all, we will need the data that we want to display. What we are suggesting is to create an array list inside the file itself. But as we previously we created the repository of a rover, we can extend it from there and create the hard-coded data in the repository. So here is rover repository. We have a function for getting the rovers, which are taken from a JSON file here, JSON string here. Let's add another method. Get photos. I think it will receive rover ID. Rover ID integer or int. Int? No, integer. And it will return a list of photos, rover photos, but we don't have this class yet, so we will implement it shortly. Yeah, that one. So let's create the model class that will hold the data about a rover photo. Rover photo. let's keep, but that's, we call the rover model, and here let's keep it consistent and call it rover photo model to know that this is the model class. I haven't typed on this keyboard for a long time, and now I miss the keys. It will be something similar to this one. It's a data class. It will hold only data. And what structure does it have? Yeah, I think like this. What it doesn't like? It doesn't like something. Oh, because it's a Java class. Instead of creating Kotlin class, I created a Java class. So Kotlin class, it's gonna be a class rover photo class. Data class, does it have a body? So val id is int. Let's just fast check what data we receive from the API. API. So we can model our model. Mars rover, this is the project. These are all the cameras that the rover has. So this is an object of a photo. It has ID, which is an integer. It has sol, which is the name of a day on a Mars, the period on which Mars does a rotation. I'm not sure if we will need it, but let's also have it. Maybe later on we'll have some sorting or filtering based on the day on which it was made. Not day, but sol. It has a camera object. Image source. Image src is a string. What else do we need from here? Let's also keep verif date. Yeah, because we will need to display verif date actually. So it's date integer. No, not integer. It will be probably a string for now. And also the rover of this photo, the rover that took this photo, we need a reference to it. So it will be a rover not a rover of type rover model. But as the camera is an object, I guess we will have to model a class for it as well, so we can have a reference to it. Let's do it right now. Rover camera model. What happened? Why it's not a class? New kotlin. Oh, it's a file. I need to create a class. Rover camera model. It's also gonna be a data class. So data. I need to get a mouse because it's so uncomfortable to work with a keyboard and the touchpad of the laptop. So the camera also has an ID. Val ID int. How to... No, Siri, I don't need you. Name, a reference to the rover, and full name. Name string, full name string, and rover model. Okay, we have it. Now we need to, in the rover photo class, we need a reference to the camera from which it was taken, and it will be camera rover camera model. Okay, we have a classes now in the rover repository. Get photos. Actually, I created the to get photos by the rover ID, but as I see here, for the API we should pass the name of the rover itself, not the ID. So it's either we will pass here a rover name or the rover model itself. Probably I will pass a rover model, and we'll get the name out of a rover. Yeah, we will have a link of rover photos. For now, let's just create a list rover photo. Why rover photo class? Did I mistype it? It's model. Not rover photos, it's rover photo model. Photo model? Photo model. Is equal to a new list. Probably in Kotlin just list, right? Like this? Like this? Okay, probably like this. No, not like this. I think we need to say here rover photo model. I don't know. The initial size will be 0. White complains. Okay, Google is our help. Kotlin.
I can search the web for that. Just have.
No, Google, not you. List. And what? How to add to a list now? So I think it's easier to work with array list, and when we will switch to JSON, we will transform it to a list easily. Array list is array list, and that's it. Now photos dot add new without new rover photo model. So for ID 1, sol 100, date, let's say random date, image source. Let's take an image source from here. Definitely not used to this keyboard. What else? What's the problem? Yeah, expecting an argument. Interesting. Why I can't go from a new line? Okay, I can. Now I need a reference to the rover. Probably I will need a function to get a rover by name. Oh no, we receive it from there, so we pass it here. After that, what else do we need? Camera. For the camera, let's create here a camera that we will add to every hard-coded photo here. So rover camera now is equal to rover camera model, and for it we need as well ID, name, full name, take it from here, and what else? I think rover camera. Yeah, the last one is the reference to the rover itself. So we have a camera, we pass it here to the photo. Camera. We can, and then this one. Return the photos. Let's quickly add some more photos, not to have only one element in the list. Changing a bit the data. 18. So yeah, we have a function that will return us a list of photos. We will need them in the rover photos here. Let's just check. Yeah, this is on create when the fragment gets created. We can yeah, we can have an array here of the photos that we will receive from the repository. Array list of photo rover photo model, which will be array list. In here we get them from the rover repository dot get photos. Here we need to send a rover. So each fragment will receive an ID or even a rover model later on when we will implement the navigation from the home screen. But for now, we should somehow hard code it and say that yeah, let's just create a rover let's also have it as a variable here of a class rover is of type rover model. Can we have late init here? No. Is equal to null. Let's create a late init variable. Late init. Oh, it's late init var. Okay, we will say that the rover is rover repository, get rovers, and we will take the first one out of the three. Probably with dot get. Yeah, dot get at the position 0. And also okay, this is unreachable. We should move we should move the other one above the returning statement. So type mismatch. Yeah, this is a nullable type, and it's not a constant, but it's a variable. Rover repository. Okay, we have a photos. Let's just console the size of it to be sure that we actually receive these photos. Size, yep, is a function. Because of int we have to concatenate it to a string, right? Oh, it's not a function, it's okay, like this. And just to import them, not like this. And let's run to be sure that we don't have any errors, which I really doubt. As I said, okay, here I have a weird symbol, and in the Rover repository, camera, the camera, where is Rover camera model? The Rover can be nullable now, and in the photo model as well. And let's check it right now. It didn't crash, that's already a progress. And if we go to the locate for the debug, and if we filter for the version, oh, here we have we receive 4 photos. That's what we are returning from the Rover repository here. It's, yeah, 4 photos. They are there. Okay, we will not need the repository, probably not need the models for now. Let's go to here and see what else do we need. So we have an array list of the things we want to display. Whoa, hold on. Oh, I was pressing the button. we need to create a vertical layout, but in our case we will have a grid layout. Because we want to display them in a grid format. We will not need this one. And where does it take it from? The reference to the yeah, I think we have to first of all to find the RecyclerView list. RecyclerView photos of type RecyclerView, and we say find but we don't have it because it's not inflated yet. Should we maybe save it var view is equal to this? That's at the beginning. Should happen. And maybe we can say view dot find view by ID or dot ID dot, let's just check in the fragment rover photos what's the ID of this RecyclerView. We didn't give an ID, we say RecyclerView photos. Now here we can say RID RV photos, and RV photos layout manager is a grid layout manager. We need just to import it. The problem is with the context, because we are in a fragment. How to get the context in the fragment? Get or just context. Yeah. And we will probably need 3 columns. There's a number of columns that we will display. And let's not forget to return the view that we just inflated. I always forget that in Kotlin you don't need semicolons. Okay, we set the layout manager for our RecyclerView, and now the last thing that we have to do is to set the adapter that will actually say to the RecyclerView how to display the data, and it will receive an array list of data and the context. Yeah. Let's just add some comments because I'll forget what I did here. Set the layout manager with layout. And here is save adapter RV adapter is photo adapter that we will have to create in a moment, and we pass here the photos which is our array list of photos, and we also pass there the context. Okay, we did that. Now the last thing that we have to do is to create the adapter itself, the class for the adapter. Let's do it. Kotlin class photos adapter. Okay, so the class will receive two parameters, the data and the context. Hello, okay. The data for us will be photos of the type array list of rover photo model, and the second variable will be context of type context, and we will return or just check RecyclerView adapter view holder. RecyclerView dot adapter view holder. Not like this. Oh, view holder, but we will create it here. We'll get an error until we implement it, but that's all right. Okay, we have the for the view holder, we can just copy it from here. And the view holder will have three variables that that all will represent the photo, a reference to the photo, a reference to the camera, and a reference to the date. So first of all, it will be image. I think it was image. Camera is view.camera, and date is view dot date. But for the image, what's the idea? Okay, we didn't set a okay, now it's better. It says that it's not abstract and does not implement the free functions that it requires to implement the function on create, view holder, and also size. So we can implement members and we can implement all three that are required. And now we should in the get item count, we should return the number of items that we will display. And here we can just simply return the photos dot size. In one create, we need to inflate the view that we created for each particular photo. That's in the on create. Layout inflator. Import this class, and our layout is called rover photo item. Yeah, rover photo item. Expecting one more. There is one more. Okay, and in the one bind, we will actually take the data from the item itself, and we will put it inside the in the UI, so it will be displayed. We can take first of all holder dot let's say camera is equal to dot set text probably, and we will first of all let's get a reference to the photo model at this position. Photo is equal to photos that we receive as a parameter get item at position at this position, and it will be called, this function will be called for each item in particular. We can say photo dot camera. What if we say just text is equal photo dot camera dot name. And the same thing we can do for the date. Camera dot not camera, photo dot date. Val cannot be assigned. No, not camera. Yeah, I messed up a bit. Date dot text. And regarding the photo, we will handle it later. Let's just check if it works. I think we have everything in place. Rover photos here, photo adapter. We just have to import it. How is it called? Photos adapter. Photos adapter. Required. Yeah. Context. Context can also be nullable. What did I do? Here, context. And yeah, the error here is gone, but yeah, here photo size. Or 0. That's in JavaScript. Kotlin display value or default. No. Okay, I think the syntax should be question mark and double dots. Yeah, so it will return 0 if photos was null. Let's try to run the app. I'll be really surprised if it works from the first time, because in previous weeks I had so many problems that took me almost all the stream, but basic ones that for a developer that has experience with Kotlin could take like less time. So here we see our 3 photos and the 4th one even. Okay, that's nice. I already see that because we are displaying the item as full width, full height, it doesn't display well. So that can be very easily fixable. We can go into the rover photo item, and for the constraint layout we say wrap content, and for width probably as well wrap content. For much parent, because only the height was badly positioned. Yeah, it's already better, but I think 3 items per line will be too much, because we see that the name of the camera and the date doesn't fit inside this. So or we can decrease the space not from 16 to 8. We'll see how that looks, but probably we will display only 2 items per line. And if we apply this one, hello Nick, how is it going? When we will see your live streams of game development? Zed, what I'm searching for? Probably I'm searching for everything that a normal developer won't search, but I don't have a lot of experience with Kotlin, so I'm doing what I can. But that won't stop me. So yeah, decreasing the space around the titles definitely helps. Let's think. Regarding the height of the image, I should make somehow the height equal to the width of it, but the problem is that the width is taken automatically. So maybe there are some quick ways to do it. Let's just search Android or RecyclerView height equal to width. Oh, that's too complicated. I thought it's something easier. The width is much parent and the height is 0 dp on dimension rate. That actually might work. Let's just check. In the here for the photo, is set the width of much parent, height of 0 dp, DL Dagger. I'm not aware of that and probably I'm not using them. What's that? Is that something that you can do without that I need to know about? And let's add the that might work. Yeah, that's already better. Adding a little bit of spacing and it will look as I wanted. Yeah, let's add the spacing to probably the image itself. Yeah, that's definitely what I thought about. Now the only thing left to do here is to actually display the image that is coming from here. I think I'm gonna do it with I'm using a library for that. Let me just check in the rover with a Picasso. And in the not here, in the adapter we say import Picasso. The image will come from the photo image source into the holder. Okay. Have an extra into the holder dot image, and just like that. It doesn't load. I think I have. Can it be because it's HTTP and it doesn't want to load from HTTP? Let me just try with HTTPS. But I think I have a problem with the Picasso because it doesn't load in the home screen as well. So that's a bit weird. No, it doesn't load. But previous week it was loading. Let me just check if this link is actually working. Yeah, it works definitely. Then what is the problem? Picasso image doesn't load. Let's just check the manifest. Yeah, we have internet permission here. I also thought about HTTPS instead of HTTP, but that didn't work as well. Try logging the URL there to check if you're even receiving it. Yeah, that's a good way, but yeah, let's start from there to be sure that we receive a URL. Photo. Image source. But I'm pretty sure that something Yeah, you see, I'm receiving them. I'm pretty sure it's something with the Picasso because it didn't load the images in the other view as well, but previously it was working. So that's a bit weird. Maybe it's because it was working in an activity and now in a fragment it doesn't work. In a fragment. Okay, I think it's Picasso with get activity. Do we have with get? No, I don't have get activity here. Is holder image the correct path of the image view? We can check that. Photo items. Yeah, it is image. I think that's the correct path. Put it here. Come on. When using get method provided by the Picasso, the loading will take place in the thread you are currently working in, which is clearly stated in the resources. Must not be called from the main thread. Public bitmap get from target interface, which provides callback when the image is loaded. I think it's something to do with this error, that it's on the main thread. Can I check the lookout for errors? Maybe that will be more clear. No, it doesn't show any errors. That's weird. Or maybe Picasso with context. But why I don't have width? I don't have access for the. That's probably an older version or for Java. Maybe if we say okay, I think that might make sense. In the bind method, if we get the reference to Picasso, no, but it's here. I use glide and it is necessary with it. Yeah, I already started with a Picasso, but probably I'll find a way to do it. But he's as well in. Can it be a problem only on in the emulator? Let me just first try to run it on my phone. So yeah, on a photo, on a phone, it displays the image correctly. That's interesting. That's nice, but it as well loads only the photo with HTTPS. That might be a problem. So the actual problem is for the emulator itself. Picasso load emulator not working. The problem is solved by using Glide instead of Picasso, the same as UZ said. Not working on emulator. Maybe the emulator is not connected to the internet. Indeed. Let's just check browser. Where is browser? Here. So I don't understand that. Is it connected to the internet or no? Come on, give me an answer. No, if YAML. Oh yeah, I remember changing the DNS. That was a problem. What? Okay. I had problems connected to a Wi-Fi and I had to change it back. Okay, now it makes sense. Network. Working. DNS. .8.8. .8.8.8. Okay. Apply. Let's try to restart the emulator. I'm gonna get some water. The same. No, it still doesn't have internet. Come on. Let me put my laptop to charging. Oh, now it has. Oh, here it is. The photo is displaying. So it wasn't a problem with the glide. With Picasso, it was a problem that I didn't have internet apparently. And that took a lot of time to fix. I'm thinking maybe it will even be better to display just 2 items per row. So in the rover photos, here we just change to 2. Okay, that's a little bit better. Now it will be nice if we will actually display some data. We can go to the rover repository. Let's close everything else. And here, instead of hard coding them, let's read them from a JSON file. Rover is a string. And we can take it from here. Control A. No. No. What? Command C. Okay, it lagged. That means that it's adding, probably. Oh, but here is a lot of photos. No, that's too much. 44,000 lines. That's a bit too much. Let's just manually select a couple of them. What? How to select more lines? Come on, Vadim. No. Okay. Let's start with this list. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, it would be better to have a little bit more. That's enough. and we will have to close 1, 2, and 3 brackets. 1 photos, no, actually 2. Photo is an array. I'll have to close an array and this one. Now we will not need these hard-coded models because we will read them from the JSON. And later on, we will receive them from the API itself. Thanks, Zed, for subscribing, if you're still here. So data array is not Rovers, it's photos. Yeah, it's photos. We read from how we call the variable? Rover photos. Rover photos. Let's see. We have an error. So what's the error? Rover model. What's the problem? we are returning here a list, but in other places we are expecting an array list that we had previously. So yeah, here is a problem. Photos is not a list. It's not an array list, it's a list. Now in the photo adapter list. Yeah, that might be solving the problem. Yeah, I think it crashed, right? Why I'm not seeing the errors here? Zed, can you help me why I'm not seeing the errors? Don't have anything here. No, it's nothing. I know a quick fix for this. Restarting Android Studio. Yeah, it worked. No. Oh yeah. So, I get it. It's unable to instantiate rover camera model. Rover camera model with ID and name. We should say because in the JSON file the full name is with snake case, we should save it. Then full name is full name. Not sure about rover, but it's nullable, so probably it will work. Full name. Rerun it. No, it's the same. Rover photo model. Oh, that's rover camera, and now we should do the same for the rover photo model, which says we keep it like this a bit and maybe say annotate it with JSON name. How is the full name? Image source with snake case like this. We'll just import the JSON, and the date is actually earth date in JSON name. Earth date sol is the same and ID is the same. Let's check right now. Oh, we are accessing the camera and we will need it. It doesn't give an error, that's already good. And it loads, yeah, it loads the photos. However, I know why the photos are not displayed, because it's HTTP. Maybe we can see Picasso HTTP not working, or we can just replace the HTTP with HTTPS. Yeah, that's what they are doing, just replacing. That's what I thought, but maybe. And in the photos adapter, image dot replace HTTP with HTTPS. string dot replace. Oh no, not this one, not this one. That's why. Wait. Image source. This one. Okay. Managed to create this whole page with all the data and move on. So I think I will end on this note. Everything is working, and in the next week I'll try to connect the home screen, and when you'll press view photos, you'll be redirected to the photos page, and specifically the photos of that rover that you chose, and display it. And probably we'll implement the that's what I was saying. We'll implement the navigation, and if there will be some time, I will try to get the data from the API and not from the JSON strings that they have locally in the code. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully see you next week. Bye.